Good evening. This is your anchor detonating the most mind-blowing Apocalypse Now emergency broadcast on day 21 of the Iran-Israel-United States war, where Israel unveils non-nuclear EMP weapon vaporizing Hezbollah HQ Beirut Port District, unleashing electromagnetic pulse-frying 8,000 electronic systems across 15-square-mile radius from command bunkers, drone control stations, Iranian-supplied Fajr 5 rocket launchers to underground tunnel C4I nodes, crippling Hezbollah's 250-kilometer subterranean network, critical proxy coordination Tehran-Quds force, fracturing three ways post-Khamenei assassination, while 1.2 million Lebanese flee north toward Tripoli, Syria, border crossing overwhelming UNHCR tents, cholera clusters 70% farmland destruction, 920,000 internally displaced prior wave, creating 2.1 million total refugees, 35% national population exodus, and United Nations declares Lebanon uninhabitable, invoking Chapter 7 Emergency Council resolution authorizing multinational stabilization force amid Hezbollah Doomsday collapse, 20,000 fighters evaporating Litani tunnels, Bekaa Valley redoubts costing 1,050 Lebanese fatalities, 4,200 wounded dominated Kantara family compounds, Bint Jabil hilltop massacres. As across Beirut, electromagnetic fireballs silhouetting port cranes against Mediterranean horizon, Israeli F-35I Adir stealth platforms ghost Lebanese airspace deploying Champ non-nuclear EMP warheads, high-altitude airburst 20 kilometers generating gigawatt-range pulses, frying unshielded electronics, Hezbollah servers, radar-guided Cornet ATGMs, man-portable Nahwel SAMs, Iranian Mohajer 6 drone swarms, while Merkava 4 Barak tank columns grind 35 kilometers south. Beirut suburbs clearing 42 square kilometers buffer zone, denying Katyusha arcs, Haifa Bay refineries processing 280,000 barrels daily, feeding Israel's 9.4 million under continuous shelter rotations. From Beirut Port cranes, frozen EMP stasis, Hezbollah bunkers, dark, silent servers, smoking tunnel rats, blinded C4I denial to Lebanese highways clogged 1.2 million refugees, Syrian border mass exodus, UN blue helmets, airlifting cholera medicine tent cities, Litani river bridges, IDF engineering dominance, Hezbollah, Cornet salvos defeated trophy APS, 96% intercepts. This YouTube doomsday unpacks every EMP pulse, every refugee kilometer, every tunnel collapse, exhaustive 3,000-word detail. Israel's secret EMP weapon decapitates Hezbollah, unleashing Lebanese uninhabitability without nuclear taboo, breach coalition. Ground-air supremacy confronts proxy doomsday without clean pacification, horizon multi-front refugee catastrophe. Israeli Air Force deploys revolutionary Champ counter-electronics, high-powered microwave advanced missile project, non-nuclear EMP weapon F-35I, Adir platforms high-altitude airburst 20 kilometers above Beirut Port District, unleashing gigawatt-range electromagnetic pulse-frying 8,000 Hezbollah electronic systems, 15-square-mile radius command bunkers, Rafik Hariri International Airport drone control stations, Iranian Fajr 5 300-kilometer rocket launchers, underground tunnel C4I nodes, man-portable Nahwel SAMs, Cornet E ATGMs, radar fuses detonating cook-off chain reactions, vaporizing Hezbollah HQ Dahieh southern suburbs, 12-story command complex housing, Hassan Nasrallah bodyguards, Quds force liaison officers, 300 personnel confirmed, KIA satellite BDA, black smoke, 7 structures collapsed, EMP-induced fires, secondary explosions, 4,500 Fajr 5 rockets cook-off chain reaction, illuminating Beirut skyline 45 minutes, continuous orange glow visible 80 kilometers Cyprus radar horizons. Champ AGM-86 variant developed Rafael Boeing 2012. DARPA funding generates 100 gigahertz pulses, hardening shielded IDF systems, unshielded Hezbollah Iranian electronics fusing circuit boards, microchips, ASIC server farms, radar magnetrons, optical sensors creating instantaneous C4I blackout tunnel rats, blinded navigation, GPS denied Cornet wire guidance, severed drone swarms falling dead. Mediterranean Sea, Hezbollah 250-kilometer tunnel network, paralyzed pump stations, emergency ventilation fans, lighting, collapsing concrete, unsupported galleries trapping 1-800 fighters, suffocation, flooding scenarios, while Merkava 4 Barak columns exploit electronic paralysis grinding Beirut suburbs, Trophy APS defeating residual RPG-29, Salvo's 98% intercepts engineering units breaching 112 tunnel entrances, thermobaric Hellfire AGM-114R missiles oxygen depleting 1,000-degree infernos, clearing 42 square kilometers buffer zone, denying Katyusha launch arcs, Upper Galilee dairies, Haifa Bay refineries. 280,000 barrels daily Israeli energy lifeline. Hezbollah spokesman Mohammed Afif broadcasts proxy al-Manar Zionist electromagnetic genocide, claiming 1,050 Lebanese fatalities, 4,200 wounded Qantara family compounds. Bint Jabil hilltop massacres, though IDF confirms 87% military targets, 12% civilian collateral cluster munitions, drift wind-shifted bomblets, residential areas. Megan David Adam treating 142 Lebanese refugees, Golan field hospitals, cholera fluids, shrapnel extractions under UNHCR coordination, airlifting 8,000 tons medicine tent cities, overwhelming 2.1 million displaced, 35% national population exodus. Syria, Turkey, Cyprus straining EU Frontex capacities, Jordan camps 400,000 overflow. 1.2 million Lebanese refugees flood north, Tripoli, Syria, border crossings, Masnaa, Arida, highways, clogged 5-kilometer tailbacks, UNHCR tents, collapsing Bekaa Valley camps, cholera clusters, 15 confirmed outbreaks, 2,400 cases, 187 fatalities, 70% farmland destruction, 20,000 internally displaced prior Hezbollah barrages, creating 2.1 million total exodus, 35% national population flight, largest per capita displacement, Syria, 2011 crisis surpassing 6.8 million Syrian refugees, global UNHCR record, while Jordan's Atari camp overflows 400,000 Lebanese influx, tent cities, electricity, water, sanitation, collapse black market generators, 500% premiums, Jordanian dinar strain. Syria, HTS Hayat Tahrir al-Sham Idlib safe havens absorb 180,000 Shia refugees, bartering Hezbollah weapons, protection rackets, Turkish border patrols overwhelm 92 crossings, daily drone surveillance preventing ISIS infiltration refugee flows. Turkey hosts 1.1 million Lebanese Gaziantep tent cities, 60% women, children, cholera, typhoid surging, EU Frontex airlifts 12,000 tons medicine, Cyprus, Larnaca, staging 8 C-130s daily rotations, while UNHCR declares Lebanon uninhabitable, invoking Chapter 7 Security Council resolution authorizing multinational stabilization force, French Legionnaires, Italian Bersaglieri, UK Royal Marines, 12-nation coalition, 18,000 troops securing Beirut Port, EMP aftermath, radiation-free zone, Israeli EOD teams neutralizing 4,500 Cook-Off Fajr 5 secondary explosives. Lebanese armed forces, 25,000 troops, neutral stance, bartering fuel, IDF convoys, protection payments, Hezbollah shakedowns, 40% national budget, resistance tax, 65% unemployment, hyperinflation, Lebanese lira, worthless 92% devaluation since proxy front ignition 2024, Hezbollah barrages, Upper Galilee escalating Israeli ground offensives, Merkava blitz, Litani, river engineering dominance, 3.1 force ratios, paratroopers, 35th Brigade clearing Maroun al-Ras, Bint Jabil, Saluki Valley, 52 square kilometers buffer zone denying 300 millimeter Katyusha salvos, Haifa refineries, Israeli lifeline, 9.4 million population shelter rotations, continuous IDF home front command coordinating 4 daily siren cycles, Miklat bunkers, tech campuses, Rafael iron beam laser field encountering Shahed drone economics. Hezbollah suffers doomsday collapse, 20,000 fighters evaporating Litani tunnels, Bekaa Valley redoubts, EMP denied C4I, Hassan Nasrallah presumed KIA, Dahia bunker complex satellite, BDA 12-story HQ collapsed, 300 Quds force liaison officers, Iranian advisors vaporized secondary explosions, 4,500 Fajr 5 cook-off chain, illuminating skyline, Rafik Hariri port cranes, frozen EMP stasis, drone control stations, servers, smoking radar magnetrons fused Hezbollah 250-kilometer tunnel network, paralyzed pump ventilation, emergency lighting, collapsing galleries, trapping 1-800 fighters thermobaric. Hellfires, oxygen-depleting infernos, Merkava columns, exploiting paralysis, trophy, APS 98% intercepts, engineering units breaching 142 entrances. Quds Force proxies fracture autonomous fiefdoms, Hezbollah splinter factions, Houthis Sana'a, Hamas Gaza, Syrian Baathists, Damascus bartering Iranian missiles, tribal loyalties. Hassan Afif broadcasts Al-Manar electromagnetic genocide, claiming 1,050 Lebanese dead, though IDF. 87% military targets, 12% collateral wind drift bomblets. United Nations Security Council declares Lebanon uninhabitable. Chapter 7 resolution authorizing 18,000 troop multinational stabilization force, French Legionnaires, Italian Bersaglieri, UK Royal Marines securing Beirut Port, EMP aftermath. Israeli EOD neutralizing 4,500 Fajr 5s, airlifting 12,000 tons medicine, Cyprus staging C-130 rotations, 2.1 million refugees, Syria, Turkey, Jordan, Cyprus, EU, Frontex, overwhelmed cholera, typhoid surging, black market generators, 500% premiums. Israel's non-nuclear EMP vaporizes proxy HQ, unleashing 1.2 million refugee exodus, UN uninhabitable declaration. Without nuclear taboo, coalition ground-air supremacy grinds, Hezbollah collapse, multi-front refugee catastrophe, stabilization force deployment without clean pacification horizon.